Hello everyone, how are you all? So today's session is a little bit different because we are creating full application from scratch and it will be very interesting for you guys. So let's start without wasting time. Our application is divided into three parts, so let's start part A. Before starting the video, first press the bell icon and get the latest updates on time. Like, subscribe and share with all your friends. So let's start creating our application from scratch. Let's create this option, new application. So there are three options available when we create an application. So we can create from scratch, we can create from application builder, basics, and we can create from application builder full. So these provide us the option to use it in our application. So let's create from scratch and we can change the prefix to SA, description we can give it later. So a new option is coming in the APN now. Previously it was not there, but now it is there to generate the folders, to generate the groups automatically. Because when we create the application, it takes a lot of time to do this stuff. Now the APN is giving us the option to automatically do that. The APN is saving our time now, so just submit it. As we can see now, these groups are automatically created. The security is there, so we just save it. So पहले क्या होता था कि ये सारे फोल्डर में खुद क्रिएट करने पड़ते थे, but now we have the option to create it from the only checkbox which pop-ups during the start of the application. And you can see this is the groups, this is the folders, rules and constant folders, knowledge center. So we don't have to create anything now. So let's quickly create an interface first. SA add item. So in this part A, we are applying the add functionality. It will go to the SA and constants folder, which help us to add item into the database. We are at the design mode, just drag and drop the form. We can use this and we can drag and drop these text boxes, the name of product, the price of product, and about product, and submit and cancel. Let's change the name of the text boxes, description, we can also use integer in this. Let's remove this and use the integer field because it will be a price, and the text we can change it to name. We need to change the name of the form, add items. Okay, so we have three things. Let's create the rule inputs. No, we will not create rule inputs in this case. Let's go to the application and create a CDD for this. We are creating the CDD from scratch. This is the prefix of application. This is the name of CDD. Add item and description of CDD. And we have the options to duplicate existing data type. If we have another CDD, we will use that. And we can create from database tables or views. If we have the database tables or views created, then we can check this, and there is an option available. We can copy that thing and we can import the SSD file. Okay, so let's press start. And let's create the fields first. 2, 3, 4. 4 fields will be helpful: the name and the price and the details. and it will be number integer, it will be text, it is number decimal, price. Let's make it number integer, because in the interface we have used the integer. We can use decimal here. Let's change it to decimal. Change the name of this. Let's go to the CDT, and now we can use the decimal thing. And details, text. Let's make this as a primary key, auto generated, because a primary key is compulsory in CDT. In any table, a primary key is a mandatory thing to identify that individual row or column. Let's save this. ID name, price, details, we have everything we need. And now in CDT, we don't have to create separate rule inputs for all this. We just need to create a single rule input. Let's say add item, and we can use this as a add item. It cannot be multiple because we are only inserting single data at the same time. So if there are multiple things, we can use this the array. And so we have created this CDT rule input. We have created the interface. Let's save it, but before saving we have one more thing to do. We have to mark the CDT values. So first go to the names and save into this. We have name. Let's copy this quickly and paste it here. Also we need to use the value. Copy paste, and we can do the same here, just with the different column. And item dot price, and we also need to put the value. Just same as this. Details, and same thing for this also. Okay, so our rule inputs are mapped in this, and we are good to go. Let's save it. One more thing we need to check, that what are the function of our button. Let's check it for the submit button first. So for submit button, I think we are only doing the submit function. When we click on the submit button, then the form got submitted. And for cancel, the value is true, but we are not saving. So let's create a rule input, cancel, and it will be boolean create, and save the value of this into the rule input, cancel. Okay, so the button value is true, and it will goes to RI Bank cancel when we press this. When we press the cancel button, and when we press the submit button, it is true. The submit is true, and there is no value. It just process with the submit flow. Okay, so our interface is complete now. Let's go further. Let's create a data store first. If there is any, let's see if there is any data store in this. There is no data store, so we need to create a data store, not this, a data store. So what data store will do is, data store is used to map data store description. Give the description later. Security is also auto populated, admin and viewer. Let's map our entity and item, and item is coming now. So we need to map this entity and we are verifying this, but there is no table we have created in the database, so we need to create table automatically. We can choose this, it will create the table automatically into the database, and we can save and publish after that. Okay, so the data store is mapped, the table is created in the database. We can see that. We can go to the cloud database and we can search our add item. You can see this SA add items is there, but there is no data, so we'll create a process model for that. Add item, ये हमारा प्रोसेस मॉडल खुल चुका है। तो सबसे पहले प्रोसेस मॉडल के कुछ ऑप्शंस देख लेते हैं हम, बिकॉज प्रोसेस मॉडल अभी हमने वीडियो में कवर नहीं किया है। सो इसमें ही हम प्रोसेस मॉडल कवर कर लेते हैं। ये हमारी कुछ स्मार्ट सर्विसेज हैं, ये हमारे कुछ स्टैंडर्ड नोड्स हैं जो कि प्रोसेस मॉडल के बिल्डिंग में यूज़ होते हैं। देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ व्यूज़, एनालिस्ट व्यूज़ एंड डिज़ाइनर व्यू। हम डिज़ाइनर व्यू में हैं बिकॉज वी आर क्रिएटिंग एवरीथिंग। एंड ये ऑप्शंस हमारे नॉर्मल ऑप्शंस हैं जो मेन्यू बार के, फाइल को सेव करने के लिए, प्रोसेस मॉडल को सेव और बाकी चीज़ें करने के लिए जूम आउट, जोन इन एंड लेन्स आर देयर. We'll talk about these things later. Let's talk about the basic details first. So this option gives us the main properties section: generals, variables, process start form, deadline, alerts, and data management. Variables are basically the process variables which we create, and we will use these process variables inside our application. So let's create a process variable first. This is also of type CDT, and the name is there, and the type is of CDT. Value we will not give. So if this we are using as a parameter, we can check this. If this is required, we can check this. If the values are multiple, we can check this. But we are using it for single value. Let's save it first. So we have created this process variable. We can use this process variable inside our process model anywhere. So we have saved this. So now you can see there are two nodes, start node and end node. Nothing is there in between. सबसे पहले हम create करते हैं अपना user interface. So basically this is our user input task, and इसका use हमारा होगा जब कोई task किसी को assigned होगा, and in this case ये task हमें ही assigned होगा as a process initiator. And we can put the name here and item. There are options available here also: general, data, forms, scheduling, assignments. Lot of options are there. Let's talk about this first. So here we can use our interface, and it is giving us the option: do you want to automatically create nodes input match to our interface inputs? Yes, we need that. And this is a very important tab. We can go here and we can give the values of this if we have any values previously, but currently we need to add the values, so we have nothing. We can use this input and output for the data input and output, and let's save this first. And also we can give the assignment, whom it will assign first, and we can give process initiator. Whenever the person will start this process, the task will assign to him only. एंड हमने सेव कर दिया है, बट अभी हमारा ये रेडी नहीं है, हमें डेटा स्टोर भी चाहिए। हमें डेटा स्टोर में राइट करनी है हमारी वैल्यूज जो भी हम आइटम्स को ऐड करेंगे। सो ये हम यहाँ पर इसे पेस्ट कर देते हैं। हम क्या करते हैं, इसके अंदर एक ऑप्शन होता है इनेबल एक्टिविटी चेनिंग का, बिकॉज द प्रोसेस इज asynchronous in Appian. There are various engines, and to run our process in a single instance, we do process chaining till interfaces. सो ये हमारा राइट टू डेटा स्टोर एंटिटी स्मार्ट सर्विस है. लेट्स रीनेम दिस write items. So what we are doing now, we are starting the node. We have put an interface in which we will add all the items detail, and after that it will directly goes to the write items. So in this we need to map the data store entity, and यहाँ पर हमारा constant यूज होता है, एंड हम डायरेक्टली बिना constant के भी कर सकते हैं. एक्चुअली हमारे डेटा स्टोर का नाम है SA data store and this is the entity. Let's map this and we are saving the value here. Okay, the value is here. We need to give the new input and we are putting the value of input add thing. This is the add item input. So these are the mandatory thing. You can see the asterisk sign. We need to put the data store. We need to map the data store entity, and also we need to give this process variable. Okay, so let's save it, and this is also saved. Let's save and publish it. बिकॉज डिबग करने के लिए प्रोसेस का पब्लिश होना मैंडेटरी है. अब हम अपने प्रोसेस मॉडल को डिबग करेंगे. हमारा प्रोसेस मॉडल सेव हो चुका है और हम प्रोसेस मॉडल को डिबग करते हैं. स्टार्ट प्रोसेस फॉर डिबगिंग. ये हमारा प्रोसेस नोड यहाँ पर आ गया है. ये आप ब्लू लाइन देख रहे हैं, जो मतलब हमारा इंस्टेंस यहाँ पर है. हम फॉर्म को ओपन करेंगे एंड हम फॉर्म में सारी डिटेल्स फिल कर देंगे. बिफोर दैट हमने शायद कुछ चीज़ें मिस कर दी हैं. हम जाकर पहले उसे कंप्लीट करेंगे. हमारा जो डेटा है, डेटा के जो इनपुट्स हमारे आएंगे वो कहाँ पे स्टोर होंगे, ये हमने सेव नहीं किया है. इसे पहले सेव करना पड़ेगा. सेव इनटू दिस प्रोसेस वेरिएबल, बिकॉज हम इंटरफेस के अंदर जो भी वैल्यूज पुट करेंगे वो हमारी यहाँ से आकर और यहाँ पर आ जाएंगी. ये हमारा प्रोसेस वेरिएबल हमने सेलेक्ट कर लिया है सेव इनटू में. सो हमारी जो भी वैल्यूज हम इंसर्ट करेंगे वहाँ पे सबमिट करेंगे, वो यहाँ पर सेव हो जाएंगी. एंड फॉर कैंसिल ऑल्सो, बट कैंसिल we don't need now for debugging. So let's save this. हमारी वैल्यूज इसमें स्टोर हो जाएंगे और इसमें वैल्यू जब स्टोर हो जाएंगी फिर वो यहाँ पर राइट हो जाएंगी. तो लेट्स सेव एंड पब्लिश अगेन एंड स्टार्ट डिबगिंग. लेट्स ओपन दिस फॉर्म. अपने इसमें डालेंगे कार 10,000. डिस्क्रिप्शन is a car. Let's submit it. So आप देख रहे हैं, इसे रिफ्रेश करते हैं. यहाँ पर एक और एरर आया है. Let's see what is the error. An error contained to give the data to data type and so अगर हमारा कोई भी एरर आता है तो हम इस एरर सेक्शन में उसे देख सकते हैं ताकि हम अपने एरर को रिजॉल्व कर सकें. सो लेट्स सी कि हमारे प्रोसेस वेरिएबल्स में उनकी वैल्यू आई है क्या. वेरिएबल हमारी ये है, इसके अंदर हमारी सारी चीज़ें आ गई हैं. नेम भी आ गया, प्राइस भी आ गया, डिटेल्स भी आ गई हैं. और हमारा बस ये राइट नहीं हुआ है. राइट क्यों नहीं हुआ है? हमारे अंदर डेटा में जाएंगे. डेटा स्टोर एंटिटी हमने पास की है. डेटा स्टोर एंटिटी हमारी ऑलरेडी यहाँ पर है. एंड आइटम, और उसमें ऐड आइटम में हमने वैल्यू भी दी हुई है. ओके, ये टाइप हमने यहाँ पर कहीं सेलेक्ट किया, ये हमारा गलत हो गया. ओके, कोई बात नहीं. हमारा प्रीफिक्स है SA. ओके, यहाँ पर SA and enter SA add item. Value will be this and now it will be fine. Definitely it will be fine. छोटी छोटी चीजें हम मिस कर देते हैं. लेट्स डिबग इट. एंड ये हमारा प्रोसेस यहाँ पर पहुंच गया है. लेट्स insert the values again. Let's, for now let's use this. This is a fan and submit it. Refresh it and you can see it is successfully completed. Okay, it goes to the end node finally. Okay, so this is how we add the values, and we use data store entity, write to data store entity, we use interfaces, and this is a process model, this is the activity chaining, and we are in the debugging mode. We can also go to this edit process view and इसके अंदर हम अपने सारे options देख सकते हैं, what we have done. We can go through it to each nodes, we can open it because we cannot do this in monitoring view. Let's go to the database now and check जो हमने values add की हैं क्या वो database में आई हैं नहीं आई हैं. Let's go to database and here is the database. Let's refresh it और आप देख सकते हैं हमारी values आ गई हैं जो हमने add की है. Means हमारी write to data store entity एकदम correctly function कर रही है. So today we have completed this add item functionality of our website and बाकी की चीजें हम करेंगे अपने next video में complete. तब तक के लिए thank you so much guys.